Hello, everybody. Welcome back to
Hey
the Chat
guys.
Club podcast.
That's right.
It looks a little different. A little different.
On
a
his
little
end.
new. On my end, yes. Just because we are doing. If you guys watched the podcast before, you would know that the scenery is the Florida space. I don't have a studio here, so we are just here in Abby's bedroom. And yeah, so I'm in Florida. I'm recovering from a cold, as you can
Classic.
hear. And yeah, we are here to do the podcast still because we missed last week.
We did film a whole episode.
We did, and it was a really good episode.
It was a really good one, but my mic was having problems and the audio was not salvageable whatsoever.
No. So we published Face solo app, which was covering the Super Bowl. It was so fun. It was
because it
so
just
cute.
happened last weekend, right?
Yeah, like 2 weekends ago. It's like almost 3 weeks old, and I'm like, okay,
Right.
this is current.
We got something.
Right. I'm like, this is fine. It's okay.
It was really sweet though. Alex, our mutual friend Alex, she messaged me like Sunday night. She's like, "Hey, I just want to let you know, like, you did so good on your solo episode. Like, I wouldn't be able to do that. You did so good." And I'm like, "Thank you. That means a lot."
I love her. Alex,
my
shout out
God.
to you. Love you.
Number one fan right there.
Literally, she listens to every episode. I love her so much.
Yes, so much love to her.
So much love.
God.
Sorry, you guys. I'm gonna be clearing my throat throughout the entire episode. I swear to God.
It's okay. We get it. We've all been there.
Literally. Faith, how are you?
I'm good. I'm pretty good. I just started Love Is Blind because I refuse to watch it just because I'm not a big reality TV show person, at all. Mm-hmm. Except for Big Brother, occasional Kardashians. I've watched Bachelor, but I'm not really into it anymore. But right. Brandon's you need to watch it. So I forced myself. And of course, then I just got sucked in to their vortex of chaos.
Right.
But yeah, that's pretty much the norm for me. Anything for you, Brandon, besides vacay?
Besides my cold and my vacay?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're in Florida, but actually my week was fine. Weekend was good. Didn't really do much. I'm just I've been so sick, and I sound like
I can't go.
Karen. Yeah, exactly.
I'm sick.
Exactly. Oh, and you guys, speaking of Mean Girls, I watched the Mean Girls, the musical and the movie because it's now on digital. So I bought it and I watched it, and it's good. I don't know what anybody else is saying about it. I think it's cute. I think that you can't go into it comparing it to the original because nothing is going to touch it.
There's different storylines. Yeah.
Right.
Is it Regina gay in this one?
No, but she definitely gives lesbian vibes, you know?
Oh, I thought that's what I heard. Maybe is Renee Rapp? Is she lesbian?
Yeah, she's a lesbian.
Oh, good for her. Okay.
Yeah. So she anyways, the Mean Girls the movie, the musical. It's okay. It was so good. It was so cute. You guys have to go into it thinking that it's based off the musical, not the movie. And I know that Tina Fey was trying to do a hybrid of the both, but honestly, I just saw it as a musical based off the movie. And I thought it was really cute. I think that people are really, really harsh on it for no reason. And I'm not one who is super warm to reboots or renewals.
I get that. Yeah.
So, but this one is really cute, and I think that people really should just give it some more love. I don't know. Mm-hmm. And they removed the Fire Crotch Y2K comment.
They did.
They did. They removed it. They removed it from the digital movie.
Serves them right.
Yeah. So, but did you know that Sabrina Carpenter played Katie Heron on on Broadway.
Yeah, didn't we talk about that at one point?
We talked about it last week. That didn't get aired.
I could have swore that was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really? Did I already do this recap?
I feel like we did.
Oh, well, that's awkward.
No, like you haven't watched it yet. We were just talking about when it came out.
Oh.
And then we brought up about how Sabrina played Katie.
Okay. Well,
for just like
I
a couple
think
times.
that Sabrina Carpenter should have played Katie Heron in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would like cause more buzz.
I think so too. Like, yeah, the Katie, from what clips I've seen, I haven't seen the actual movie.
She was fine.
She seems kind of dull.
She was dull. Like
what about
not Lindsay Lohan?
Right. Like, well, that's what made the movie. It was because that was the big name in the movie.
Right.
But like, what was her glow up like? Because Lindsay Lohan grows into becoming a plastic. Was it like an amazing moment or
no?
That's unfortunate.
It was like the moment you actually could like see her change as a character was like the party that she throws with her friends. And like she
or word vomit. Oh no, actual vomit.
That but like that wasn't in the movie.
Cool.
She doesn't throw up on Aaron.
Oh, well, the sound of Lindsay Lohan like yakking lives in my head rent free. Like the sound she makes doesn't sound like anyone else who throws up. It was such a unique sound that I think about all the time.
Right. Like this one, she doesn't throw up on him. She just like makes a comment and he gets pissed that she made a comment that was just like Regina's.
Oh, like, shut up. No,
yeah, and he was like, Jesus, you are just like her, and like gets up and storms off, and I'm like, okay. Loser. No.
Wait. Was the quote? Yeah. Was there like a lot of famous quotes in it? Like your hair looks sexy, push back, or whatever.
Yes, that was in it. There was no like butter your muffin.
Okay. What about was Damien singing and like someone threw a shoe at him?
So Damien was singing, but no one threw a shoe at him.
God
and
damn
do you
it.
know what he was singing? He was not singing like Beautiful by Christina Aguilera.
Really?
He was singing the iCarly theme song in French.
All right. I mean, make it different.
I will say Damien and Janice, those two people made the movie.
Well, yeah, I mean, they already made the first one, because they're hilarious. Did you know that in the the very actual 2004 movie, Damien, when he was singing on stage, like "You are beautiful," he was singing to his mom in the crowd.
Oh, that's
I don't think anyone was in the auditorium. It was just his mom, and he was singing to her. Is that so beautiful?
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Yeah, but I love how he just throws the shoe back and he's going like that, like punches his chest and like, I'm watching you.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that part. Wait, what about? Okay, I'm sorry. We'll go over the same.
Keep going on. Keep going.
When they're doing, the Jingle Bell Rock, and the radio stops.
They don't do Jingle Bell Rock.
Oh, they don't. Well, is it not a boombox? Because that's not a thing anymore.
It's not a boombox, and
because she kicked it in the head of her crush, Gretchen.
It doesn't like. There's no moment where
like skipping or whatever.
Yeah, there's no moment of that, and there's no moment where like she has to take over for the song. Basically,
that was such a powerful moment.
Basically, what happens? Like they have like Renee Rapp has to do like a cartwheel, and like she's gaining weight, right? Because she's eating those Kelteen bars.
Yeah,
the girl couldn't hold her because she was supposed to be so heavy. And she falls on her face. And then it becomes like a TikTok moment. And people are just like comparing Regina to Katie. And then like they're like, Katie looked phenomenal, but Regina sucked. So that was like the turn.
That moment upsets me, but okay. I mean, I get it.
Okay.
You got to make it modern, but
you have to make it modern, and you also have to like base it off the musical. Like that was in the musical, So
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. But yeah. So Mean Girls the musical. You guys should watch it. It's cute. It's good. And if you want to watch the original, watch the original. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So Faith has a little story to tell.
That's so random for you to just.
I know it's so random. It's so random. But I got.
We don't have like a punchline to bring us into it.
No, I know. There's no segue. There is. I received a Snapchat from Faith Jerome, and she literally is on. She's like. So I just got this paper stuffed in my apartment door, and I went and grabbed it, and it says.
Okay. Now go. Well, first I saw this letter, like I saw this piece of paper and I was like, oh my God, is this like a complaint from my neighbors for me being too loud? Like when I laugh and do this, you know? But, so I'm reading it, and for you visual people, this is what it looks like. It says breakup party invitation. And it was like telling me when it's hosted and what apartment it's in, because I live in an apartment. And it says, my girlfriend, parentheses, now ex, I guess, decided to cheat on me while living right next door. I am planning to throw a party every weekend to revenge this woman. Come meet the neighbors, including me. If you like revenge, feel free to reach out at me. And then it leaves their number. And it says, you're invited to celebrate with us.
That is crazy.
I had questions.
That is crazy.
Like,
and did he go to the party?
No. I am so antisocial with that kind of stuff. Like I don't want to talk to people who I live next to. Like I've never been one to want to hang out with neighbors. I know you are. Not me.
Missed opportunity. I would have went.
I know. Brandon texted him.
I did send him a message. I just sent him a message right before we started the episode.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Maybe I can bring it up on my phone or my computer. So this is what I said to said neighbor. I said, hey, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
That's a lot.
So sorry. I missed your breakup party last weekend. How was the turnout? Question mark, question mark. I am looking forward to the next weekend to kiki with you and then other neighbors. Broken heart emoji, mending heart emoji, red heart emoji. We have not received a comment back.
No, but this was literally sent like 10 minutes ago.
This was sent like 10 minutes ago, but we will see if there is a comment back, because there needs to be a comment back. We need something. We need the plot to go bigger, you know?
Does kiki mean party?
Kiki means like party. It's like a gay slang.
That makes sense. And
yes.
Is that like your form of letting him know that you're gay?
That was my form of seeing if he's gay or she's gay.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if it's a she. But
we
also,
don't know.
It says that the girlfriend decided to cheat on them while living right next door. I don't know if that means the girlfriend was living right next door and she was like caught fooling around with someone, or she literally went to the neighbors next door and was fooling around with the neighbor. Was
it like a Ring doorbell situation?
Right. Because like then is that person invited?
Or like did they invite the ex because they are neighbors?
Right. Or is like, how fresh is this? You know, like, is her stuff still there? And like, is this going to be this whole subject we're going to be talking about? Or like, are we supposed to throw out our other breakup history or like stories? Because honestly, I'm not down for that on a Saturday night.
I don't think so either. But like, also, is this going to be like an AA meeting for breakups?
Exactly.
Because that is not like a vibe.
Yeah. I mean, most of mine just end in a ghost or like a snap or a phone call, but never in person.
Right.
No. So maybe he got some closure because it was in person.
Maybe they got some closure. Maybe I really want to know if it's like a lesbian type of deal.
Yeah.
Or like a straight person type of deal. We do know there is a female.
Right. Because
and
they want a party every weekend to like have revenge against this woman.
Right.
That's literally their quote. Like, so I'm like, are you against women? Like, I don't know. It seems strange to word it that way.
Like, was said partner not allowed to party? Is that why it is a party every weekend? Or
are they living next door and they want to like
create commotion?
Yeah. And it wasn't just me who got this, like, because they live on the 3rd floor. So it's like above me.
Everybody got the message.
Yeah. And there's kids here. So it's like, watch where you give all these signs and say that you're going to have a party every weekend. Because, like, might get shut down.
Yeah. And, like, some kids might think it's like a birthday party.
I mean, there was no, like, it doesn't say that, you know, BYOB or anything like that.
Yeah. Is booze included?
Exactly.
Is there going to be a charcuterie board?
Right. Snacks? Come on.
Like, is it bring your own snack?
Right? What kind of music are you going to be listening to? Will there be music or is it a movie night?
Will it be breakup, sad music, playlist playing on repeat, or
like a Twilight Marathon?
The vibe? Or a Twilight Marathon, like New Moon on repeat.
Yeah. Or are we all going to be eating like tubs of like ice cream and like
bring your own Ben and Jerry's?
Exactly. Are we going to braid each other's hair? You know?
Right.
Yeah. I could bring a bunch of face masks. Do like
this sounds like a girls' night.
Maybe they'd be into it.
I think we can convert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was telling my other friends, they're like, "Oh my God, what if he just like specifically targeted you, and he wanted like you to come up?" And I'm like, "Nah, there were papers on everyone's doors. You don't give a shit about me."
They were taped to the door?
Oh, it's actually a man. Because get this. I told my brother's fiance, Kaylee, and we not prank called him, but I mean, we used the star 67. You young folks don't know about that, but.
Oh my God.
We called his number and he said, hello. And then she's like,
so
what do I do? Yeah. It was a really low one, kind of sexy. And she just like hangs up. And then she calls him again, same way. Star 67 calls him and says, no caller ID. And he's like, hello. And she says nothing. And you see like the numbers go by and it's already been 10 seconds. And my dad's like, what's going on? And I'm like, shut up. So all I said is, I panicked and I'm like, yes, we're calling about your car insurance or something like that. No, Stop. It wasn't that. It was, I'm calling for your car's extended warranty. All of a sudden you hear do, because like it hung up.
Yeah, hung up, yeah. So this man has opened himself up.
Yeah, he's vulnerable.
He's very vulnerable. Like he created such a situation for himself.
And he used color ink. And this is a whole page. That's expensive.
So we're not dealing with a broke bitch, you guys.
Well, obviously, look at this place. But
I mean, like this man. Mm-hmm. This man has had a breakup, and he is looking for. Honestly, Faith, maybe we should phone a friend, and maybe we should call him and get him on the mic, and we can like alter his face in voice.
Hello. I'm here for the interview.
Literally. Like, if he responds, I'll be like, hey, can I call you? And we'll just have a little chit chat. That'd be so funny.
You're on with the chat club. How are you doing today?
I literally put him on the spot. That is so funny.
Oh, my God.
No, for real. I'm like really curious about this whole drama. I really want to know all about it.
I
know. But speaking of like relationship drama, Faith watched Love is Blind, and as did I. And we have much to discuss because we are 9 episodes in, right? And you guys, if you guys have not been watching this season, it's literally insane.
All right, who's your favorite couple right now?
So my favorite couple, oh my God, well, I don't know. There's like not many.
That and like I keep on going back and forth. I'm like, no, toxic. Nope, that's not gonna work out. Nope, I don't see love in you guys at all.
So I will go by not couple. I'll go by character. First, star of the season, Jessica.
Jessica, okay.
She is my favorite. She is such a star. She was made for the TV. She was made to be on reality TV. She is such a star. It's so funny because like she is someone who didn't end up getting picked, and she's in every interview. She is in every like ad or whatever that Netflix is promoting, and it's just so funny because like she's only in half the season.
Right. She's not moving on to like being engaged and stuff
right,
like
but
that.
that's the Jessica impact. Like she was just on Nick Vile's podcast.
Oh, was she? Okay.
Yeah, just like discussing everything. I'm like, oh my God, like the last guest he had was like Gypsy Rose. That's crazy.
Did you hear? I think she's pregnant.
So I did see that. I did see that her husband was alluding to the fact that she was pregnant.
Like she was at a hospital and they're like, yeah, checking on the baby.
Oh.
Like there were reporters at this hospital.
Oh, maybe it's real. Maybe she is like.
But I mean, it's Gypsy Rose. She lies about everything. So.
Yeah. Can we believe this?
Can we believe the dick is fire?
That's the real question. No, so Jessica's my favorite. AD is also my favorite. I love her.
I love AD. Don't like Clay. Don't.
Clay,
did you see that comment? I'll tell you when you got to go to the gym, when you're out of shape. Yeah. And I'm like,
yeah.
How did you not throw that ring at him in that exact moment?
He is like, well, I won't let you go alone. Like, obviously, I'll be there with you. It's like, no. And she was like trying to tell him, like, my body's going to change as a woman. And like, we're going to have kids. Like, my body's going to change. It's going to go through phases. And he just like was not computing what she was saying.
No, he's like, it's okay. I'll tell you nicely. You got to go to the gym. And I'm like.
And she's like, I don't know if there's a nice way to do that.
No.
That whole thing was crazy. Clay and AD are not my fave, but I love AD. I think that she's phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, can we talk to? So when you wait, did we talk about Love Is Blind last week, but we just didn't get to post it?
True. We talked about Chelsea.
Yeah. So I didn't know who that was, and I forgot what the name of that person was. And I'm gonna be real. I skipped 4 episodes in because I don't want to. I want to know who's important right now, who just made all the cuts, right? So this is when I started. This is when Chelsea was talking to, I don't know his name, the big hairy guy,
Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy and Trevor.
The Trevor. I was like, is it Kevin? He looks like a Kevin to me. And then Jimmy, right? And then, long story short, Jimmy picks Chelsea. Yada yada yada. I was like, yes, I love them. And then I hear the comment.
You love them?
I did at that moment. Okay. I did at that moment, Brandon.
Oh my God. You missed so many things.
But listen, and then I hear him say, yeah, she really doesn't look like Megan Fox at all. And I'm like, so this is the bitch.
Yeah.
That's who said who looks like Megan Fox?
So here's the thing. Here's some context to that because you skipped it. So basically, Jimmy was talking to Chelsea and he was talking to
Jessica.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And did you see the EpiPen comment?
The what?
EpiPen comment?
Yeah. And I was confused. Like,
you listened to it? Like she said it?
Yeah.
Okay. So
like she said, you're going to need an EpiPen after this. And I'm like, does that mean I don't is he allergic to her?
No.
I'm so confused.
So basically, like he was talking to Chelsea and he was talking to Jessica, and Jessica told him, like at first, like they were talking, and because she has a daughter who's 10 years old, and she didn't want to start off with that into the pods, and that's like up for debate if like she should have done that or not, but so she is talking to Jimmy and she was like, I have something to get off my chest. I'm really, really nervous about it. Like, I'm scared of like how you're going to react. And he's like, just tell me. And she was like, okay, well, I have a 10-year-old daughter named Autumn, and like basically like goes into it about like how it happened. She was so young when she got pregnant and blah, blah, blah. And he literally went speechless, and she was just like, do you have anything to say about that? And he goes, I mean, and it's
you
like,
sound just like him.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, say something. And he was like, well, that's just like a lot to process. And I'm like, what?
Wrong thing to say right there.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, what? And then he was like, yeah, so, and she was like, okay. And then she got pissed because she was like, that's not the response she wanted. And so she was like, I'm just going to leave you or whatever. Anyways, the next date he had was with Chelsea. Okay, so he goes into the room with Chelsea and he was like, oh no, I just had some like news thrown at me and it was just kind of crazy. And she goes, oh, crazy. Well, I have some news to share of myself. And he was like, okay. And she was like, so I'm divorced and I've been married before.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he goes, uh and it's like, this man sounds like he cannot talk. Like he cannot. He is broken English. He's illiterate. Like
Isn't it crazy how he's only 27? He's only a year older than us.
That's crazy to me
he
because
looks
like
way
this
older
man,
than that.
He looks way older, and he also like he has the verbiage of a 12-year-old boy. And I just was like, what the hell? And this man, so they're like, there was like, it literally, and so like Chelsea got pissed because like didn't get the response that he wanted. Anyways, so there's some context where he like is just not good at handling situations.
No.
And so like the whole thing with Jessica, like him basically breaking up with Jessica and Jessica like going in on him. And so she was like basically saying like, the moment you realize and the moment you see what I look like, you are going to choke and you are going to be gasping for air, that you are going to wish you had an EpiPen to open up those airways because of what you just missed out on. And I literally jaw open. She did not stutter. She did not miss a beat.
No, she was planned that shit.
She was a shark out for fucking blood. And all I can say is respect.
Well,
respect.
After he was leading her on, like believing like, yes, they're going to like end up together. And then she gives him that like letter that she wrote a couple years ago to her future husband.
Yes. Yeah.
And then he's like, I don't know what you want me to say.
Pointless. This man is pointless. Why are people falling for them?
But also, like, why did she get it back after she left, or does she not want it back? I don't know.
I hope so. I hope she got it back.
But like, when those words like you would like make you ick if you hear another man read them out loud, like how he did, you know?
Yeah, because this man is illiterate. He did not read that. Someone read it to him. Shut up. I'm not lying.
Oh my god.
I am not convinced this man can read. It's the Leah Michelle effect.
Okay. But can we jump ahead? Like, yes, him and Chelsea got engaged, yada, yada, yada.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But like, can we talk about the reveal?
Yeah, that's what I was going to jump into.
Okay. Because, and also you need to know when he was talking, when this whole like Megan Fox thing happened, he was basically trying to break up with Chelsea. And Chelsea could tell like it was like going that way. And she was like, well, I think we should like talk about something lighter and like talk about something more fun because this conversation's kind of down. And like was like, so who's your celebrity lookalike? And he was like, well, I've never like been compared to anybody's celebrity. And she was like, well, I've been told I look like Megan Fox. And it was like this manipulative thing to like, oh, he thinks that like, oh, he's going to pick Jessica. Well, I'm going to tell him there's Megan Fox on the other end.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, because...
But that's not like her first time manipulating him. You know what I mean? And like vice versa.
For sure.
The fact that they're supposed to be all excited to like, okay, were you uncomfortable when they were both like walking and also running to meet each other? And by walking, I mean he was walking and she was running.
Like a T-Rex?
The feeling wasn't mutual at all.
Not at all. It was awkward. It was so awkward.
Yeah, like he didn't even know where to like place his hands. And I'm like, you're making me uncomfortable.
It was so awkward.
The fact that he also was just like, yeah, I almost went home today. Without giving her a ring. After he just said, I love you, want to marry me? Like, what?
This man, I'm telling you, he is not smart.
I only was rooting for them because I didn't like Jessica at the time. But again, I started on the 4th episode.
Oh my God, no. Jessica has my whole entire heart.
Yeah, now that I like know who this man is. Okay, so after that, they get engaged. All these couples go to this fancy resort island.
Let's talk about the honeymoon.
Yeah. So they're all at this big luau thing where all the couples are meeting each other for the first time.
Right.
Like, obviously all the women know each other, all the men know each other, but now they're like meeting everyone.
Right.
And the comment that Jimmy says about AD.
Oh, she's stacked.
And then I understand where Chelsea's coming from by like wanting to make that public information because yes, she was uncomfortable, but she wanted to make it into a joke to like try and get past it, right?
Right.
Then you rope AD into the equation. How do you think that makes her feel? She handled that with grace, by the way.
For sure.
And then he walks on over, talks to her like for the longest time. You could obviously tell that Chelsea was uncomfortable. Later on, you even hear her say, like, why didn't you read the room, dude? Like,
right.
But I don't know. I was getting very uncomfortable. Like, I was uncomfortable for AD.
Did you? But I feel like AD was kind of like flirting. Or do you think that's kind of like her personality?
I think that's just her personality. Like, those are her eyes that just like, they suck you in.
Yeah. She is like, she's a personality where you're just like drawn to her.
Yes. And she's so polite too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She is such an angel.
Another couple that absolutely, that I just can't stand is Laura and Jeremy.
So let's talk about the last episode.
Yeah, there's like no spark there. Even before, like when they were getting engaged, I didn't think they were gonna last at all in my eyes.
Yeah. Because the tracking of the phone.
What?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Where did you leave off? I thought I left off on the right one.
Did you leave off where like she confronted him about Sarah Ann?
That says coming up.
Oh.
Is there more that I thought when it said coming up, that means like, oh, I gotta wait for next week.
Maybe I'm delusional. I don't know.
Well, I saw like that's what's coming up.
Yeah, but didn't she track his like cell phone?
Yeah, and then he like literally like admitted saying like, yeah, I was with Sarah Ann last night.
Yeah, and like he was like, well, I'm at the bar.
Oh,
and he was like, and she goes,
I don't even know what. I'll have to see what episode I left on. Maybe I was left on 8 or something.
Well, he was like, because she was like tracking his device or whatever. And then he was like, I was at the bar or whatever. I just want to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, where I left off with Jeremy and Laura was he made a comment about bean dip. And then she said, it's a fucking joke. Why did you bring that up?
Oh, that's the last episode you saw?
Yeah. That's the one I just finished.
Oh my God. That's like forever ago. There's like another episode after that.
Well, that's probably the one that you watched.
Yeah. Because you saw.
Because Jessica comes back. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Then you saw the other one, right? The episode after that.
I saw coming up is Jessica coming in. And then like Jimmy's like, oh God, here we go.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that yet.
So are you left off where I am left off? Because where I left off with Jimmy and Chelsea, they were fighting in their hotel room. And she's like, that hurt me. That hurt me. And he's like, well, I love you. I'm physically getting mad, she said, because it hurt me. And he's like, but I love you. Like nothing. Like it was like a double-sided magnet where like it can't touch because it's like it's not working. You know what I mean?
It's just so funny because she is like so incredibly insecure. It's so sad to watch on reality television.
It really is. And like you shouldn't have signed up for reality TV if this is going to be the case.
Like the constant validation this woman needs is like insane.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what about God, what's that couple's name? I feel like forgot what they are, but like
is it the redheaded guy?
The with the long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like
his name's like Johnny, and I forgot the other girl's name.
Yeah, and he's like pissed that she's not on birth control.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't seen that part yet because they were just talking about like possibly having kids, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know about that."
Oh no! And then he was talking to Laura about how he is like, "Well, I don't understand why it's such a big deal because like every girlfriend that I've dated was on birth control."
I mean, it's a very normal thing nowadays. I get it.
Yeah, but like Laura was like, "Well, it's her personal decision if she wants to be on birth control or not," and also like not every woman's body is made for birth control.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so but he like was not computing that either. I don't know who these men are in Charlotte, but like they are so dumb.
This is just how honestly all men are. That's why I'm still single, Brandon.
And
this is why you went outside your age group, your age zone.
Absolutely. And Trevor, we thought he was like the goodest guy and he was everything. Mm-hmm. No, he was actually in a relationship with someone while he was on the show.
Oh God, it's like on Hannah Brown's season of The Bachelorette. So unfortunate. Well, at least, I saw on the coming up clip that Trevor was talking to Chelsea, and she's like, "Yeah, I still love you," and I'm like,
Yeah, he like his ex-girlfriend now, because they were like dating while he was on the show. She knew he was going on the show. It was like this whole planned thing.
Was it like a polyamorous kind of a thing or what?
No, it was more like to get fame. It was kind of like
that's unfortunate.
Like Esty and Raven, you wouldn't know, but like Esty and Raven kind of situation where Esty like went on the show to become famous, and like there was this whole thing where like they got engaged, they were going to go to the altar, get married, they get to the wedding, like Raven's absolutely like this man's from Africa, and she's like completely immersed in his culture, and like got the blessing from his mother, and they get to the altar and he tells her no, and it was like a blindside that everybody was like not expecting, and nor was her. Like she like left the altar like bawling because she was fully in love with this man. And then like they do like an after the altar season where it's like 3 or 4 episodes where it's like their life after the show. Mm-hmm. And like they were dating, and then at the end of that she found out he was actually in a relationship with another woman the entire time, and that's the reason why he wouldn't marry her. And so like it was kind of that situation with Trevor and this girlfriend, because like I don't know, like he went on the show to become famous and then was like, there was like text messages that she leaked, and he was like, "I didn't get picked for the show, I'm on my way home," and blah blah blah, and it was crazy. So like he wasn't even the good guy, even though he was like the good guy in the season.
Okay, but are those like tattoos on his face?
Trevor's?
Yeah, look closely. He's like a bunch of red print up here, and he has like light green like clumps right here, and like other red things like along in his hairline that I think he might have gotten like tried like removing, but they're not fully gone yet.
Let's look. Oh jeez. Let's look at him.
Zoom in, baby.
Okay, so it looks like he has, so the green is his facial hair.
I don't think so. Look into his hairline. Look into his hairline. There's red.
I see that. That's acne. That's for sure acne.
Not like on the very like no, the hairline of where his head and his forehead and his hair meet.
I see it.
I'm pretty sure. I think that's like red ink tattoo.
No, honey, there's like bumps. There's texture there.
I don't believe it.
Yeah. Like an eczema type of thing, looks like.
Like psoriasis?
Yeah, maybe. But like the green that you're seeing is like because his facial hair goes all the way up past his like almost to his eyes.
But it was like in circles, like it could have been a symbol of something.
Girl, what are you talking about?
That's why I was like, I don't want him because he has face tattoos.
No. You are so funny. No, that's
no, I'm not. I feel like such a shallow jerk now.
Facial hair.
Oh my God, I feel so bad.
And maybe he got hair plugs.
Yeah, it just didn't look right. But like,
you're so funny.
You're sure it's not a tattoo in the hairline?
I'm 1,000% that it's not a tattoo.
I'm sorry, Trevor.
Sorry, Trevor.
I'm sorry I thought that.
It's okay.
But I'm also not sorry because you made a bad choice, so fuck you. Sorry.
Sorry, fuck you, bye. Yeah, I just thought it was weird about the whole birth control thing.
Yeah. What about, do you think Kenneth and Brittany, like, do you think Brittany's a virgin? Because she says she wants to wait till marriage.
I don't know. Okay, so what happened with Kenneth?
Like, what do you mean what happened?
Like, you saw the breakup, right?
No. So you were definitely further away from me.
What?
Like I said, where I stopped is when they had their little luau thing. And this is like this is the first episode on like the islandish thing that they're not in the pods.
Yeah.
You're like probably 2 or 3 episodes while they're still on the vacation island.
So how many episodes have you watched?
That's what I'm saying. I haven't been keeping count.
Oh my God.
I feel like I just probably finished episode 8.
But how did you, okay, so you finished episode 8 where Jessica comes back to the bar.
We haven't gotten there yet. It said coming up. I physically have not seen Jessica yet on the island
like she
resort.
Hasn't, like, no, so they're back home, like in the townhomes.
They're not at like the resort?
They left the resort.
Okay, well, they're still at the resort where I am. But like, I saw coming up that they were still like on vacation because I saw like.
You're not, like, you probably watched like 3 episodes.
No, I probably actually.
Like episodes are like an hour and 20 minutes long.
Yeah, I started on episode 4 and now I'm probably on like episode 7.
7. Oh my God, there's 2 more episodes.
Okay. I was like, I'm going to get all caught up for Brandon.
And I'm like talking and you're like, I'm not computing what you say. And I'm like, what are you
I'm like Jimmy. I'm just like Jimmy over here. Huh?
Yeah, like she like Jessica meets Laura because Laura and Jessica are actually friends outside of the pods. Like they've been friends outside of the pods.
Oh, but also,
yeah.
Well, like, yeah, when Laura heard that Jimmy said I love you to Chelsea, she went and told Jessica, like, you gotta go on your own accord, like, fucking leave. And she's like, right. Yeah, I really loved him.
Right.
But also, what I saw that said coming up is that Chelsea was accusing Jimmy, like, you fucked her. Does that mean like him and Jessica?
So we haven't seen that yet.
Oh, so that doesn't mean like that's coming up next episode?
Right. Like there's installments.
Okay.
So like Laura and Jessica meet at the bar and like Jessica is willing to meet with Jimmy and like
do all these people live in like the same area, like the same state?
Yeah. So Love is Blind is based off of cities. So they take people from the same city.
Oh, because I was like, how come it doesn't say like where their location is? And like, how are they not going to work that out?
Right. So like they take like 15 girls and 15 boys from the same city. So like when they like so they can actually have like a relationship.
Oh, well, that explains why they also know each other. Like, I mean, like the girls would know each other and stuff.
Right. So
okay.
Yeah. Oh my God, you have missed so much.
This is unfortunate. I know enough to talk about it.
You know enough to have a conversation. I mean, we've been having a conversation about it for like past 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's progress, honestly.
I agree.
I could have lied. And been like, yeah, no, you're right. Totally. Because I've done that in the past. Yeah, like same. With every Taylor Swift option, like, story. Yeah.
I'm throwing this mic out the window.
Did you see that Rebel Wilson was at the Australia performance for Taylor Swift? And she was hanging out with Taylor Swift's dad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what a moment. What do you think was exchanged during that whole encounter?
She was probably like, look, I got a free tattoo.
Stop it. I forgot she played that character.
I know.
Isn't it crazy? She's a mom now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't she a lesbian?
No, she's married to a man. And that's why she has a baby.
I could have swore she was gay.
I mean, as soon as she lost all that weight, then she became into a relationship, and now she had a baby.
Good for her.
Mm-hmm. Rebel.
Good for her. Rebel herself.
Radio rebel.
Radio rebel. Speaking about Disney.
You're right.
You're right. Bridget Mendler, you guys. That is crazy. So Bridget Mendler, like ex-Disney star that was on Good Luck Charlie and like featured on Lemonade Mouth and Wizard of Waverly Place, and just like kind of this icon who was in Disney, released like a ton of bangers of music.
Or
like Hurricane, like so good. And
I'm not gonna lie, like the Lemonade Mouth soundtrack is actually kind of bopping.
Yeah, it's good.
They got some good ass songs.
Yeah. And she is like she is just such a talented person. Well, anyways, after 2017, she kind of like went away, right?
She did, yeah.
Well, for the past like 7 years, she's been getting her education on and went to study at MIT in Massachusetts, and then went to do her master's degree at Harvard. And she actually got her degrees in engineering. And she now is opening up her own space company.
Satellite thing? Oh,
yeah.
It's a company. She built a satellite.
Did you hear this theory? There's a conspiracy theory about how that she has time traveled before.
I think I've heard that being mentioned, but I haven't like actually hear what the theory is itself.
Yes, like they think that there's this theory out there that she's actually time traveled, and that this company that she is making is actually to help other people time travel.
I mean, someone had to invent it. Well, might as well be Bridget Mendler.
As well be Bridget Mendler. Like she and Elon Musk are like literally carrying the space community on their backs.
Have you ever thought about like who owns NASA?
Oh, let me Google that. Who's the CEO
Because like,
of NASA?
how is that person not like known like how Elon Musk is? You know,
CEO of NASA.
What does NASA even stand for? Is American
Clarence
in the name?
William Nelson the second.
The second. How old is that man? Because like NASA's been around for like a long time.
He is an American politician and attorney serving as the administrator of NASA. He's the administrator of NASA. Bill Nelson is what people call him.
Bill Nye.
Bill. Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah. Bill Nye, the NASA guy.
The science guy. Science is cool though, honestly.
Honestly, it's so cool. Space is cool. Actually, I actually have to. I live right next to NASA.
Yeah, I know. Like whenever you go to the beach, you can just see a rocket get like just take off whenever it wants.
Yeah, we see SpaceX rockets all the time here, and
no big deal.
No big deal, and it's kind of crazy. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I don't need to know anything about space. Space terrifies me. It's just like the ocean. There's not a lot that we know about it. So,
if you had to choose, which one would you choose?
To what?
I guess live the rest of your life in.
I would rather live in the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that because like maybe one day your body will be found?
I mean, no, there's like no way if I was like in the middle of the ocean and like I die, there'd be no way my body would be recovered. There's
Maybe
no
your
way.
teeth.
No.
You don't believe it?
The possibilities are zero. Because like your body, the limit does not exist. Like that's literally like
shut up.
Like there's
the possibility
no way.
is zero. Like the confidence is everything.
Yeah, like my
body
body would become so like imagine how raisinized I would be in the like and so bloated my skin would start like flaking away. I'd become fish food, like literally.
But like what if you were in a submarine that wouldn't like implode?
And I was just like in there rotting.
Right. Yeah. Or you'd be rotting in a space station thing.
Honestly, let's think about Amelia Earhart.
Did you know that her ship was, or her what is it called?
Plane was
just discovered? Yeah.
Yeah. I did see that. But like let's think about her. Like where's her body? You know, is it in the plane? No. It's not in the plane.
Brandon, you gotta be more optimistic.
It's not in the plane, you guys.
Well, it's been like 50 years.
It's not in the plane. Like, there's no way it's in the plane.
Well, I'm sure it was, animals.
Yeah, right. Like, that would be me. Like, I'd be literally like, my bones would be digested.
Okay. You have 3 options. You got space, right?
Okay.
In the ocean, or stranded on an island.
I'd rather be stranded on an island because, like, the most survival rate.
But it's still not great.
You're right. Like, you're podcasting on the
island. You know what? You know what honestly upsets me the most whenever I see like marooned sequences on like movies and TV shows?
Okay.
Is when their lips are so fucking dry and they're flaky and they're just like can't find a single drop of water anywhere. And I'm like, you're upsetting me to my very core.
Have you seen Lost?
I tried watching it. I couldn't get into it because like I think there was like something about aliens on it or something. I don't know.
Wait, what?
I don't know. There was like monsters on it.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, they were like kidnapping people in the middle of the night.
Oh. I thought it was like just like about
Have
people.
Have you seen Lost?
No. I just thought that people like they just got stranded on
somehow
the island.
they just like end up lost.
Yeah. Like I thought the plane crashed and they end up on the island and that's just how it is.
That's what I thought. And then I started watching it and I'm like, where the fuck are you?
It's like a Grey's Anatomy. It's like
yeah, when did that fucking happen? I was like, this show, it makes no fucking sense to me.
This show
Grey's Anatomy?
is crazy.
No.
Like there's this case where this kid was like growing a tree inside of his chest. I'm like, this is not real. This shit is just so fucking made up. Like
it's
no
like
way.
It's giving when you're a parent and you tell like don't eat the watermelon seeds because the watermelon's gonna grow in you.
That's probably where they got the theory.
It's scaring the kids so they don't, or so you don't like suck or eat your hair when you're a kid.
Gross. Who did that?
Like every kid at the daycare and me. When you have long hair, it's like when you're sucking on your like strings of your sweatshirt when you're a kid. You don't want to, but it happens.
Yeah, it's just like in there.
Or like when you have like a really high up like zip up coat or jacket and you start sucking on that. Yeah, that's like what you do when you have long hair.
That is wild. That's
disgusting.
Wild.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
The disgust.
All right, you guys. That is our episode. We have made it to an hour already.
Close, yes.
Thank you
No
guys.
messages back?
No messages back. There's no more to the plot at this moment.
Damn.
We may have a follow-up.
We'll keep you informed.
We may have a follow-up next week. I really hope so. I really want to like know more about this breakup. Me being a nosing individual, I probably will get to the bottom of this. And let's hope we hear more about this breakup lore. I just need to know the lore,
Yeah, like the gist of it. And I just need to know if it was truly next door, like if she was living there, or if like it just happened to like find the neighbor, you know?
Like so many questions. I wonder if this is like the first message he's gotten.
I don't know, but like I felt like when my brother's fiance Kaylee and I like called him twice, I'm like, God damn, I hope he's not getting a bunch of these because he put his number out there, you know?
Probably. I mean, he like literally opened himself up for harassment. Like, that's
Here I am. We're calling you about your car's extended warranty. What are you doing, Dad? God. Shut up.
Who knew that he gave his number to a collector? Like, oh my Lord.
That's so funny.
That's so funny.
Well, it's been real, y'all.
Thank you guys so much for listening and watching to this week's episode. Make sure that you guys follow us on YouTube, youtube.com/@the Chat Club podcast for you visual listeners. Also, make sure you follow us on Instagram and the TikTok at the Chat Club. And you guys, I'm flubbing this so bad. Follow Faith and I on social media at Faith Jerome, at Brandon Nels T. And yes, thank you guys so much for listening and watching. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.